There's only one remaining right now. Right there with it. Oh, he's like right on it. That whatever it was just shut down the drone. If that was a drone.
Drone again attempted to hit the Russian helicopter. This time it was a Mi-8. The drone approached it from the rear, aiming for the tail rotor. While it is claimed that the drone hit the tail rotor assembly, the video shows that air pressure prevented the drone from getting close to the helicopter. If the operator manually detonated the drone, it may have caused some damage, but the impact might differ in this case. This incident highlights the need for Russian aviation to equip their frontline helicopters with jammers.
Hello and welcome to Inspired Earth. We're going to continue the coverage of the New Jersey / global drone UFO phenomenon that's going on. A lot of different UFO pages and aviation pages are all on the same page right now, making videos about how to tell the difference between planes and drones and UFOs and different stuff. So that's kind of interesting that everybody's on the same page doing that, or they were at a point, and that basically the whole community all realized that this is a lot of planes being put online. I mean, not all of them obviously, and that's what the majority of social media was showing for a while. So we had to educate people of what to actually look for so that they're not just filling our feeds with planes, whether that's intentional or not. I think that the majority of people obviously are just posting themselves, but why some of these posts get so much traction is a really interesting thing. And why are so many different types of craft being seen, and that we see regular drones, we see larger drones, we're seeing these very strange orb lights that I'm going to be showing you. And that's actually going to be the majority of this video, is just showing the strange ones, because we already went over what a plane looks like. So we've been in this UFO flap for weeks now. The UK came in before us. They started having all of this. They went to maximum readiness. They got all these assets in place, and then the phenomenon just went away. As soon as they get everything perfectly into place and they're ready, it just goes away. So that's kind of interesting, and that's kind of maybe what we're going to see here, is that we're putting all of these assets into position. That's what the New Jersey lawmakers had said, and DHS had said, and we're going to read some of that here in a little bit, of some good news. But they said that they're putting in all this equipment and that they're going to have infrared there. Meanwhile, USA Today is saying that some of these drones are not on infrared, that they have no RFID chip, they have no registration with the FAA, which all drones have to be registered with the FAA. That some of these drones are not on radar, or actually I haven't heard anything on radar. I misspoke there. I meant they don't have radio, that they're not emitting any sort of radio frequency, like I said, for the RFID identification, but also just for navigational, or to be able to connect to whoever is doing this. Like, this isn't just somebody with a remote control on the ground doing stuff like a remote control drone or something. Like, these are operating completely autonomously, so that we can tell, without even producing other stuff. Like, how can they know where they are GPS wise if they're not putting out a GPS signal or a cell phone signal, or any sort of radio signal? It's just very mysterious. That does not fit into the whole, this is just regular drone activity that we're seeing, because that's we're getting fed multiple lines by the government, and that could be because of compartmentalization, that we're getting told so many different things at once from so many different people. It's because different people know different things. So it's hard to know what's going on, but from what we have heard from USA Today and officials and mainstream media and journalists is that they're not on infrared and they don't have radio. That is abnormal. And that is also illegal to not have RFID stuff. Because that law got passed a while back. So that means all the drones since then all have been registered with the FAA. These had to have been either built before then, or they are not in line or aware of the law. So that's kind of interesting that they are not on infrared, because I've talked about infrared before on this show as far as munitions and infrared seeking munitions being used on strange craft, that we've heard that before and that it has differing success rates. So this is kind of matching other type of UAP type of stuff. So but I'm getting at that there's a mix of stuff in the air. There's a big mix of stuff in the air. And if there are UFOs or UAP or some sort of strange thing going on up there, if you fill the skies with our own stuff, it definitely conflates the issue, which is a very good point. So we're going to move on to some good news, or I would call it good news, in that one of the more popular theories was that these drones were searching for radioactive material, and that came to a head on Good Day New York on Fox's TV from the mayor of Bellevue, New Jersey, Michael Melham, further stoked these theories during an appearance on that TV show Tuesday, saying the drone sightings, what might they be looking for? Maybe that's radioactive material. It was a shipment. It arrived at its destination. The container was damaged and it was empty, Melham said. The shipping container in question departed from NASA Cancer Center in Newfield, New Jersey, and contained an Eckert and Ziegler model HEGL-0132 device that arrived at its destination damaged and empty, according to U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission original notice. And I saw a lot of people talking about this online, that it's going to be nuts, like so much speculation all over the place, mainly on a lot of these prepper type pages of people just going bananas with it. Not everybody, but just certain people. And why was that being fed? I'm not really sure. Maybe it was just people doing their own thing, but the device contains trace amounts of radioactive isotope germanium-68, which is used as a radiation source for one of the cancer center's CAT scan machines. So as soon as they reported on this, the original article I found was saying that this is like a very low radioactive material, and that people that were going to try to do something nefarious would use a different type of material, not something like this. So FedEx said that it was temporarily misplaced and was later found and delivered to the manufacturer, which is kind of strange, but whatever. But Dalzell explained that the material was depleted ahead of its transport to the disposal facility while there was still trace amounts of radiation. It was so low they only needed to wrap it in a few layers of styrofoam to render it safe for transportation, which is kind of fascinating. In a statement to ABC News on Tuesday, the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection said the device has a very low radiation source that is approved for shipping through common carriers like FedEx. I don't know how I would feel about being a FedEx worker and finding out I'm moving some radioactive material, but I mean, if they say it's safe, then I guess it's safe. But it says that they got rid of all the radiation before they gave it to them, so I mean that's good. But that the package had been located, repackaged, and then sent to the manufacturer from FedEx, where it was misplaced. Additionally, the New Jersey Department of Energy Protection, or Environmental Protection, said drones were not used to locate radioactive material in question. further disproving the now viral theory. A spokesperson at the National Nuclear Security Administration, an agency with the Federal Energy Department that works on nuclear stockpile. The Department of Energy National Nuclear Security Administration's Nuclear Emergency Support Team does not employ drones for nuclear radiological missions and is not currently conducting any aerial operations in that region. So I don't buy that they don't have any drones for that. I totally am calling their bluff on that. But yeah, they might not have any aerial operations. But if environmental protection, nuclear environmental protection doesn't have drones, then they should probably get drones. That sounds like a agency that would need a drone. Out of any of the agencies, that would be the one. So we're going to move on to the videos. And it's probably going to move pretty quick. And I'm going to mute my mic during the videos so that you can hear the talking. And we're going to hear with our current president for now. And he just seems really confused when he comes out by his like facial look. But let's listen in. It's only 20 seconds. And I'm going to turn off my mic.
Nothing nefarious, apparently, but they're checking it all out. I think it's just one. There's a lot of drones authorized up there. I think one started and they all got it. Everybody wanted to get in the deal.
Yeah, so we said there's nothing nefarious going on there, and we're checking it out. And I was cracking up whenever he said one of them just went up there, and then we all had to follow him. Just something happened, and there's a frenzy going on, which kind of, in a sense, is true, but that cannot be all that we know. That's the most ridiculous explanation. I mean, it's hilarious. I was laughing at that. It's you really just have to laugh. I mean, geez. So I guess we'll just move on from that. I don't know. It's funny, but sad. But yeah, he says nothing's nefarious, and that kind of like what I was saying, that something happened, and then a bunch of stuff, we sent everything in. So what does that mean? Do we normally do that? That doesn't sound normal to me, but he says apparently it's nothing nefarious. I don't know, it doesn't sound super reassuring, but I'm not a big proponent of the threat narrative, but this is just strange. And then I can't remember if I had talked about it on the previous one. I don't think I did, but I'll just super quickly mention that with Trump saying that he was afraid to go to Bedminster in his house or whatever, and trying to basically play the victim card, and was blaming Biden, saying that people weren't, he's not telling the people what the truth is, which is true, that is true, but neither is Trump. If Trump knows, which he said he wasn't going to talk about it, if Trump knows a reason not to go to New Jersey, why wouldn't he say it? Wouldn't he be the good guy at that point? Well, aren't you just doing the exact same thing that you're criticizing them on? I mean, that's how I see it. I don't like either one of them, but it seems like, I'm concerned of Trump playing the victim, and the fact that we're about to have these mass incarceration and mass deportation plan simultaneously with these strange lights in the sky. That's extremely concerning. So we'll move on from that, and we'll just keep our eyes peeled, and we're going to move on to the Pentagon here. And I'm going to mute my mic.
Just why does it have to be a classified briefing if these are just hobbyist drones? They're not military drones. Why is it a classified briefing on the Capitol Hill?
I'd have to refer you to Congress on that. Again, sharing as much information as we can here. I don't have the briefing in front of me, so I can't tell you specifically, what aspects are classified or not. I can assure you, though, that again, we are sharing as much information as we can based on what we know.
So you heard it from the Pentagon, folks. He said there's classified information. He said he can't tell you. There's classified information. He admitted it. That's what he just said. So whether it's John Kirby or any of these White House spokesperson, they're basically just professional liars. That's what they're paid to do, is come out here and lie to us. And that guy is trying to say no, but at the same time, he said yes, if you really listen to him, which is kind of funny. And, you know, some of those exact reporters you'll see in there over and over. And the last time they said that they don't know what it is, but there's no threat. And the reporter stood up and said, or she didn't stand up, she raised her hand and they called on her and she said, you know, these things are right above their house and you say that they don't know what they are, but it's not a threat. And that if they need to land, then to call a bomb squad, can you make that make sense for the people living in New Jersey that have these things directly over their homes? Make that make sense. And so these reporters know that they're professional liars also. And that's why these reporters are coming with hardball questions. It's like a cat and mouse game that we're supposed to find the truth out of. I mean, it's kind of a joke, really. It's like a theater act of the truth. A hypothetical truth. So, yeah, he basically said there's classified information about that. What does that mean? I don't know. That should be the stuff that's fueling speculation. If anything, we should be speculating about is why is this stuff classified? So on that note, we're going to be moving into some of the actual orb videos of maybe why are these classified. And this happened in San Antonio yesterday or the day before yesterday, where objects were jettisoned off of these orbs crossing the city. And we're pretty familiar with air traffic here, but there's no flashing lights on these orbs. So let's check that out.
I don't know, there's 5 of them, 6 of them.
Dad, it's a meteor shower! Dad, it's a meteor shower!
Hold this stuff, hold this stuff.
It's a meteor shower!
No, they're not meteors, they're flying. There's tons of them.
There's meteor showers! One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Dad, they multiplied. There's 8 now. Dad, they multiplied. There's 8 now. There's 8 now, Dad. Dad, now there's 8.
I don't know what that is.
They look
Maybe something from the base.
the what?
Oh, there's one going down.
Let's look at it. Let's go investigate.
Oh, that one's crashing down.
Yeah, it's a meteor. See? That's a meteor.
Meters don't.
Dad, those are meteors.
Yeah, so let me try to get a better version of that. So that was some pretty interesting video there. And if you look and rewind it, I put it in like 1/3 times speed and zoomed it in like crazy. If you go and rewind it to that part that I did that, you can see like 4 jettisons. And it almost kind of looks like a ramjet. If you look up videos of how ramjet hovering looks and stuff like that, or I have no idea what it was jettisoning. If it was shooting off stuff, if it was slowing itself down. It kind of looked like it was slowing itself down like our moon landers do. They have the little jets that go off right before they land. But the weird thing is it was going up and down. So I have no idea what was going on with that. But I did manage to do some editing. I had to learn how to do all of that. I hadn't done any zooming or slowing down on that editor, so I had to learn how to do it, but it didn't take too long. But so we're gonna move on now. That was over San Antonio, but very, very strange. Lights with no FAA lights, these orange glowing orbs that moved over the city. And now we have some, like the same exact color and shape type of thing right here. This one gets really weird. So I'm going to turn off my mic like normal.
Something's going up real fast. A plane? I can't tell what it is. Whoa, is that moving quick? That could be a drone. I don't know what the hell that is. But that is quick. There's only one remaining right now. Whatever that green flashing one is, he moved quick around it to get it. Super quick. He's like right there with it. Oh, he's like right on it. Ooh, that whatever it was just shut down. He's like right there with it. Ooh, he's like right on it. That whatever it was just shut down the drone. Down the drone, if that was a drone. Holy crap.
That was pretty crazy, right? That was something. Okay, I want to show you something else with that. Okay, so what I wanted to show you was, we'll go back to this video real quick, and I will turn off the sound. So I'll try to do some video editing on this one again, and I'll link it. But you see how the drone gets, well, first of all, there's like a craft in the background. That I don't think that's a lens flare. I don't think that, I mean, it could be a lens flare, but it's moving around. Yeah, I don't think it is, because even over here when she pans the camera, it's still there. So it looks like they have a helicopter pretty ways far away, looking at this orange thing over here. That thing is looking at this thing. And then up here close by, they put up a drone. That's what that green thing is, she says. And this human-made green drone that you see fly up in the air, it's only in the air for a couple seconds, literally only a couple seconds, goes up here to this orange thing, and as soon as it gets next to it, I can't tell if they rammed it, if that was a collision. It does kind of look like it collided possibly, or if it got jammed. And let me show you what jamming looks like in a very similar type of thing of having a drone try to collide with a helicopter in the war with Ukraine.
Drone again attempted to hit the Russian helicopter. This time it was a Mi-8. The drone approached it from the rear, aiming for the tail rotor. While it is claimed that the drone hit the tail rotor assembly, the video shows that air pressure prevented the drone from getting close to the helicopter. If the operator manually detonated the drone, it may have caused some damage, but the impact might differ in this case. This incident highlights the need for Russian aviation to equip their frontline helicopters with jammers.
Yeah, so that was pretty interesting. That was definitely something. An explosion there, pretty crazy. I think that might be one of the most striking videos that we've seen. It seemed like whatever exploded there had momentum, and it was coming at it from like a ballistic trajectory from the side. Some people had said that looked like a drone with like Roman candles strapped to it that like exploded. I'm not sure. I don't think that is the case because of the way that it exploded. Could I be wrong about that? Yeah, absolutely. I don't think that that's fireworks, but especially because it seems like that's really far up. So it seems like that was a really big explosion. It just looks like it's firework size because it's so far away. So we'll move on to this one. It's 2 minutes. It's a plane. Tell me if you guys think that this is real. I think that this could be AI, but I also think that it could be real. These are kind of going by authenticity. So that's getting from best to worst in authenticity. So let's watch it and tell me if you guys think that this is legit or maybe AI. I'm not. I don't know. I think put it up there for you guys to decide. So yeah, after watching that again, I don't think that was AI, but it could be. I could be wrong. Let's move on to the second to last video here. This one's 30 seconds. Again, I'm not sure how credible this is, but it's striking because you can see the difference between two different craft, at least. Like if these are all helicopters, these are definitely different types of helicopters. And the one in the back has totally different lights than the ones in the front. And the ones in the front look kind of like the ones that we saw from Arizona and San Antonio. And that one from the plane just now from New Jersey. So let's check it out. So I put that on the lower end of the authenticity scale, not to say that this is like fake or anything, but I mean, obviously the one in the back is a helicopter, but what are the ones in the front doing? It didn't look like helicopters. I mean, they kind of all were flying the same speed, but they're definitely not the same model or something. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Tell me what you guys think about all these videos. And like I said, the other ones were a lot better, but let's go on to this one right here. This one's probably the strangest out of all of them. I tried to do a Google Lens search result, or like a reverse image search on this one right here, and nothing came up. So if that is real, then that's something. It's like a spinning rings or something around it. But I feel like I had seen that video like 10 years ago. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I saw something similar, but I could have sworn I saw something. Maybe they deleted it and then re-uploaded it, and that's why I couldn't find it on Google Lens or any sort of reverse image search. I'm not sure. Tell me if you guys have seen that before, especially if you've been looking at UFOs back in like 2013, 2014, 2015, that kind of area, because that's whenever I remember seeing a video similar to this. So who knows if it's real or not, but I did try to look it up to see if it was reversible, and I couldn't. Everything that was uploaded in the last month was legit. Like it hadn't been uploaded ever before that I could find. But all right, guys, I'll try to put out some stuff about new technology soon. There's a whole lot of stuff about that. I've just been very busy, and then there's a lot of drone stuff going on. Everybody wants to know about that. And I had some good news that it's probably not nukes. Why are they in Germany? Why are they in the UK? San Antonio, Texas, Oregon, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Minnesota, Colorado. Oh, I almost forgot. They had 180 cattle go missing in Colorado, and that story's still developing. But it was a little bit ago. But you can Google it if you just type in 180 cattle Colorado. It'll come up, or missing. But yeah, they said that there was like snow and stuff on the ground, and they couldn't find any tracks. So I don't know how 180 cattle wandered off and didn't leave any bodies behind or tracks, but that's pretty mysterious. So we'll see what else happens, and hopefully we all stay safe. And who knows? Maybe it's a mix of aliens and government and all that. But all right, adios.